Welcome back, guys, to part 2 of 695. Today we'll just be going into detail about what we're going to be doing to the engine, what engine I got, what we're going to be doing to the car, and like horsepower goals, and then we're going to be finishing off the teardown on the engine too. So the engine I ended up getting for 695 was a S14 Sr20 DET. It has somewhere around 74,000 miles on it. I got it for a pretty good price. I picked it up for $2,900, and it also came with the transmission. So what we will be doing to the engine, we're going to be doing a refresh, cams, and then a different turbo setup. So to get a little bit into more detail about that, engine-wise, we will be keeping the stock internals. So new seals, timing chain, all the nice new hardware that I'm gonna put on there, different pulleys, AC delete, shit like that. Like I said, we will be keeping the stock internals because I just haven't taken the time to blueprint everything, and shit's expensive. This first iteration of 695, we will be, the horsepower goal, my goal really that I'm hoping for is somewhere around 380. Unfortunately, we can't go any higher than that because when you start pushing like past 400, something's gonna give out. I mean, I could probably keep pushing and pushing until maybe it gives out, but nah, I really want it to be like a reliable little ripper that I could thrash around every now and then. And to be honest, it's not gonna be a drift car. This car is not gonna be a drift car. It's gonna be more of a street/trek oriented vehicle. Oh my god, 240 not drifting, whatever, dude. It's my car. I can do whatever the fuck I want with it. So on the top end, we will be doing cams. We're doing HKS step 1 cams. I will be deleting the VTC on it because I just don't want to deal with that mess. So HKS cams, HKS cam and sprockets. The car originally didn't come with the intake manifold, so I really want a stock intake manifold. If I can't find one somewhere around here, I might just order a Grady style one, something around there. I might just get a Grady style intake manifold if I can't get my hands on a stock manifold. Turbo side, exhaust side, I won't be using the stuff that came with the car. The car came with a Tomei exhaust manifold and the S15 AR60 turbo. I will be selling those things. I already sold the turbo because I will be doing a top mount conversion, CX Racing turbo manifold, or I might just get a homie to make me a custom one. And then the turbo that we will be getting is a Garrett 2871R because those are rated up to 400, but we won't be pushing it that hard. On the car itself, we will be doing a Sylvia swap. So the pop-up headlights, hood, fenders, all that shit that's on the car right now needs to go because I'm not going to be using any of that shit. I'm gonna be putting bricks on it, and it's gonna look super cool, whatever, The suspension on it right now is currently blown out, dude. Like, sitting on some eBay coilovers. Front wheels are touching the coilovers, dude. It's fucking bad. So I will be doing a suspension overhaul on it. New coilovers, Apex coilovers, P2M everything. Brakes, we will be doing Z32 brakes. Maybe Cadillac brakes, because I've seen people start putting Cadillac brakes on the 40s, but most likely it will be a Z32 brake upgrade. It's cheaper. I don't gotta do too much modification. Thicker sway bars and shit like that. Strut brace, whatever, stuff like that. Suspension. So yeah, suspension does need an overhaul. It will be overdone. Obviously, I'll make videos on it. Engine bay is primed up for paint. It probably needs just a bit more scuff and attack, and probably a little redo, but it's fine. So the engine bay will end up being painted. The car too. Right now the car is black. The car will end up getting resprayed too. But that's basically pretty much it. I can't really go into too much detail because I could just give you the main things like cams and everything, because I'm still gonna be picking and choosing like what injectors I want, what type of radiator, what type of intercooler, all the fuel stuff, all the fuel regulator, fuel pressure regulator and shit. So, with that knocked out, let's focus up on taking the rest of this engine apart. As you can see right behind me, we've already started. This is the cylinder head right here. We're just double checking everything. It was fairly quick taking most of this shit off.
Nah, I didn't. Everybody's on, dude.
He's checking it up. Right again. Right there, hold it.
We're gonna need a little pry bar. There we go.
Is that in frame right there?
Yeah, it's in frame.
It's nice right there, bro.
Yeah. Like if I do a 10-second clip.
Bro. They don't count.
We still need to clean this shit up. Pistons and the bores looking hella good, dude. Clean. On the engine, I am missing some stuff. I'm missing the crank pulley bolt. I'm missing all of the bolts for the cam caps. I wouldn't expect it to be like super bad in there, especially since it has 74,000 miles on it. I will be ordering all of that shit, new crank pulley bolt, new cam cap bolts, and all the smaller hardware that's supposed to originally come with the engine. I will be ordering that and replacing it and shit like that. So right now, all we have to do is just take off all the pulleys, front cover, lower pan, and the upper oil pan, and then that's it. I think that should be it. Like I said, it will just be we'll clean everything, make sure nothing is broken in there, like there isn't any catastrophic damage, clean up, put back, and then I can go ahead and order everything I need. And then when all that shit gets here, I can start putting the engine back together. Hell yeah, dude, let's just get started. As you guys can see on the top, everything's looking pretty good already. I cleaned up the deck. What I did was just grab some really fine Scotch-Brite and just fucking, and I did it very gently. Don't fucking dig in there. You don't want to gouge your fucking block, because this is the shit that seals it. Be careful. You don't want to damage any of this shit. But what we're going to be doing right now is taking off all of the pulleys. So I've already taken off some stuff. So all we need to take off is the fan clutch and the water pump pulley. This is just a tensioner, and then I need to take off the power steering pump too. I've already taken off the harmonic balancer. I probably put a video up on how I took it off. Since I didn't have the bolt, I put the puller on a socket and it just fucking... alternator, I took it off already, originally at the dude's place. AC compressor, I already took off the AC compressor. AC compressor sitting right over here. So AC compressor just sitting here. So besides taking off the rest of the pulleys, the other thing I'm gonna take off also is just gonna be like all the brackets. Like there's still like right here. Nah, it's too dark, I don't know if you'll be able to see it. There's a bracket right here for the AC, and I don't need that. I just need to take that shit off. I need to take off the front cover, oil pan, upper oil pan, just to double check everything's okay. All these hoses and shit, and I need to take them off. Just all that smaller shit, you know. Just need to take off all the bullshit that's still on this thing. Taking the water pump is off is pretty easy. Obviously you gotta get, I think it's a 10 mil wrench in here. No, it's actually, it's like a 9, but I already loosened them, so making shit easier so it won't look like I'm fucking struggling on the fucking video, you know. I'm gonna be getting some nice new pulleys, metal pulleys. After you take the 4 nuts off, you should be able to just slide it off. And there you go, you got the pulley off. So it might get kind of stuck. Like, you know, once you take off the nuts, there might be a rust here. So if you want, you can very carefully use either a flathead or a little screwdriver with the little hammer, and then you can put it so then it can come loose, and then they both just slide right off, because it's only the 4 nuts holding the pulley on there. All right, next thing we're gonna take off is gonna be this tensioner pulley. This would be your tensioner for the AC compressor and stuff like that, but since I'm deleting that, I don't need it. So I'm taking off the pulley and then the entire bracket that it sits on. This right here is the bracket that this pulley is sitting on. This is where the AC was at. All right, there we go. You got the AC compressor bracket off. And this, well, I'm not gonna throw it away. I'm gonna just store it for extra parts or if anybody needs it or whatever. All right, so this is the power steering pump right here. This is gonna be the same way. As you can see right here, there's 3 bolts. So hopefully focus up camera. There's gonna be 3 bolts that are holding it onto the block too. And I'm just gonna take these off. I think they're the same as the AC compressor. So they are gonna be 14 millimeters. There is one more bolt at the front that is holding it right around here, and we need to take that one off too. Fuck, man, I shifted the engine a bit and then there's still oil in there. No, I'm leaking. Alright, let's knock these fucking 3 bolts out and then that one at the front, and then we can take off this power steering, and then we can hurry up and take the front cover off. So this is going to be the same as the other one. Once those bolts are loose, this thing's ready to fall, so just hold on to it firmly because you do not want to drop it if you will be reusing it like me. I will be reusing this power steering pump. You see that? Look, it's already shimmying once it's loose, so make sure to hold on to it. This one's the last bolt located at the front. This is the last one you need to take off besides those other 3 to take the entire power steering pump off. Boom. There we go. Awesome. Remember guys, to either set your bolts back where they were or put them in a bag and then fucking label them so you won't get confused with all the shit once you guys start taking stuff off. But now with all of this shit done, let's flip the fucking engine over and let's start taking off the lower pan and the upper pan, and then so we can start working on getting this front cover off too. So since we have to flip the engine, I know for a fact there's still coolant and oil in it. So what I'm gonna do to avoid a mess, I know I got a pan down there, but I'm gonna cover it with the bag and then flip it so I don't have to make too much of a mess. So I'm gonna just do that right now. Alright. Let's hope I don't make a mess. Oh, there we go. I can start to hear everything start spilling onto the bag. There we go. It's upside down. I heard a bunch of shit just dripped out of it. Now let's take this bag and see how much shit came out. Okay, it's not that bad. There's a little bit of stuff in here. Now that we have the engine flipped over, we can work on taking off the lower oil pan and then the upper oil pan so we can start taking off this front cover. So for the lower oil pan, all the bolts are, what are they? They're all 10 mils, and then for the upper oil pan, all the bolts are 12. So for this lower oil pan, you gotta take it off in sequence. So you're just going up and down and then side to side evenly on both sides. So it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then it's the same thing for the upper oil pan. You're going in sequence. You're going from the outside in, you know, so you don't want to warp anything by taking it off in the wrong sequence. All right, remember you guys to bag and label all the bolts. Less of a headache later on. All right, I'm gonna grab a flathead and I'm gonna tap it in there very gently. Please be very careful when doing this shit. You do not want to gouge anything. Like a scraper, something thin, something that won't damage anything. I know there's a specific tool for it. It's like a little wedge, but just tap it in there. Make sure it's even all the way through. And you can start prying it slowly. All right, cool. Lower pan is off. I try to be as careful as possible while taking it off. Pan, the oil baffle. So all the bolts here, they're also 10. And there is no, hey yo, what is this? Yo, that shit does not look good. Oh fuck, dude, we might be in for something deeper than I thought. They're all 10 mils, by the way. Damn, dude. That shit actually low-key sucks. See, this is why we'd fucking do it, tear it down and double check. Alright. Let's put the 12 on, and then let's take off the upper oil pan. I see where this broken piece is at. It's right on this fucking front cover. One of the bolts that go from your transmission onto your engine, and then you can stick it into these two holes. There's one right here, and then there's one on the other side. It's right next to one of the bolts that you took off. You'll see that there's threads in it, but you'll just put this in here, and then you'll just tighten it up, and then it'll just push it up. That should be enough for me. I think I could just fucking, there we go. Be careful, don't be more careful than I am right now. Ooh. There we go, upper oil pan is off. Come on camera, focus camera. I don't know if you guys can see that there. I'll probably crank up the brightness, but this right here, that's the part that broke off. There we go. Got lower oil pan, upper oil pan, just chilling here. I'm about to bag these up, keep them coated in oil because I don't want to risk any fucking rust or anything developing. But that really sucks that that broke. So let's just keep going, and let's take off the fucking front cover off so we can see that chip. Oh, and I still haven't taken out the dipstick. Y'all can see that? Ow! Ow! It's full of fucking oil, dude. God damn it. I spilled more fucking oil again. That's right. I'll just put that right there. Got my oil rag right here. Clean that shit up. Oh my god, dude. Look how fucking small it looks now, dude. Okay, taking off the front cover is actually pretty simple. You just gotta follow this row of bolts right here. Not these. The bolts right here, because this is not a front cover bolt. This is a water pump bolt. All of these bolts right here are for your water pump. I'm not taking off the water pump, and I don't think I have to right now at this point in time. Then after that, obviously just pull it off, and then you're chilling. You don't gotta worry about any of that shit. I think all of these bolts are 10s. Yeah, all these bolts are 10s for the front covers. Not too bad, but another one of those little ears fell out. I got the pieces right here. Come on, camera. Pick it up. So yeah, I got both pieces just sitting right there, and they broke off of here, and another one just broke off like just clean off right up here. So that fucking sucks. This shit's right here is for the fucking oil pump. That's what this stuff is. So I don't know. I can replace this shit, but I'm gonna just search up. I'm gonna do some research, see if it's still usable like this. But if not, I'll probably just buy a new oil pump cover if I could find one. But damn. But other than that, I mean, well, that really kind of sucks. To be honest, that really fucking sucks. But other than that, we already got everything off. As you can see, it's just the timing chain and everything just chilling down here. So all that's left to do is just take off the timing chain guides, timing chain itself, and then I think that's pretty much it for right now. Other than that, it's just probably some cleanup. Yeah, other than that, it's probably going to be some cleanup, and I think that's basically it. I'm just going to cover it up, do some research to see if this is reusable. I was up pretty fucking late last night, so it's the next day, and I'm taking a better look at this on the front cover for the two pieces that broke off. No, I got them right here. Come on, focus. Okay, so when you look closer at it, I don't know if the camera's gonna be able to pick it up, but dude, there's like these fucking miniature cracks right on this oil pump housing and shit, dude. Like really, really fucking fine. I don't know if you can see it there. I know you can see that one right here. Come on, camera, fucking focus. There you go. So, you know, I really don't want to risk anything. I don't want it cracking further or whatever. So, what I'm gonna be doing is I'm getting a whole new fucking front cover. I'm gonna buy a new OEM one. It's either gonna be an OEM one or it's gonna be probably like a P2M. I've seen that the ACO ones are kind of like the fitment doesn't really line up. Like the bolt holes aren't the same and shit. So I think I'll just go with the safe bet and probably get just a new OEM one. It really sucks because I really wanted to reuse this shit, but now that this shit broke off and it looks like it's fucking cracked, I don't want any more issues. I don't want that to cause any issues in the future too. Once we're putting it back together, it's just better to be safe than sorry. So, so that's what I found here. So we still have to take off the timing chain guides and all that shit, and then also need to take off the rear main, and then I need to take off the fucking oil strainer. I haven't taken that shit off yet. So we're just gonna finish doing this, and then I can finally put in the order for everything. So all of these bolts right here that are holding it together, all of these are H6s. So they're like those Torx bits. Yeah, they're all H6s. Man, dude, fuck these bolts, bro. Look at that shit, dude. Come on, camera, focus. There's even you can see where the bit of my extraction little socket that I copped, it's fucking stuck in there. All right, cool. Let's fucking get the rear main seal off, and then I think that should be it. No, I was literally using it like 10 seconds ago. Rear main seal is off. So that's all I recorded. I've already cleaned up the engine and everything. I cleaned up all of the mating surfaces and getting it ready for put back together. But I'm gonna just update you guys on my orders. The whole reseal, new super dampener. Got my HKS exhaust cams, my cam sprockets, my head gasket, my new pulleys, hydraulic lifters, my crank pulley bolt, all of my sweet stuff, dude. The total for just this order, because I put multiple orders in there. I put multiple orders in there. The total was $3,700 for that one, and I still got two other ones that are also $1,500, and then I just put another one that's another $1,600. Oh, it's so much money. Should have just fucking built an LS3, bro. I would have been making more power off the get-go, dude. Holy fuck. But other than that, I think that wraps this bitch up. Appreciate y'all. See y'all next time. Oh, nah, no.